should be, man. God, kidding. Okay, we're surviving. We're in midterms. I love how midterms are like 7 weeks. Not really midterms. Okay. What did we talk about last week?
Right versus right.
Safe bet. What did we talk about specifically?
Talk about that pilot.
Pilot, okay. What are we going to do? Okay. I talked to my dad about that because he's the one that interviewed the guy, and so that's how I had the case study and the story before he passed away, which is great. And I was sharing some of the things that you guys said. And he brought up a couple things that I didn't know about the story. Well, one I knew, and I don't think I touched on it. So when the pilot called and asked for help, the pilot of the tanker could hear very much in his voice the tone of like, this guy needs me. Like that was prevalent. And for him growing up in hard times in Panhandle, Oklahoma, you just help people like that. So that was part of his nature, which factored in. But he did ask his crew what to do, and it was the boom operator who was the first one who said, let's go get him without hesitation. And the boom operator is the only enlisted person on the aircraft, on the tanker. So something that I try to drive home in other SOMS classes, if you've had me before, is that rank and title don't mean a damn thing in all reality, right? It's not what gives you authority, or what may give you authority, but it's not what really gets you respect and power and all that good stuff. So, killing me, Chase. Come in and smile at me, always smiles. When you open you want to be a dentist, right?
Yes, sir.
Will you call it like Chasing Smiles, Dennis? Thought of that the other day randomly. Okay.
Will you sponsor me if I do that?
Maybe. I need a cut of your profit, but yeah, we can talk about that offline. So anyway, he said, all right, let's go get him. And I didn't hear this quote, and I thought it was great, but the pilot said, okay, we're going to go get him, right? And he said, I didn't hesitate. We were doing the right thing. He said, but I was shitting little green apples, right? And I thought that was funny, okay? So it all worked out. Okay, so what we're going to do today. Who comes in here and is like, what the hell? Like, what now? What are we going to do? What do you guys think? Is that what happens? We excited? We nervous? We're just like, God damn it, what are we going to argue about today?
Well, when we walk in here and that's on the screen.
Yeah, that's just, I literally get a message. Okay, that means I'm doing my job. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed coming here at this point. So, let's have a little fun. I've been putting you through the ringer. All right. So, pull out your phone if you want. Oh, shit, let me put it on the screen. Phone, laptop, whatever you want to use. And we are going to play a little game. You do not have to put in your real name. But, as I have learned the hard way, please do not put anything inappropriate in.
What's the line?
The line. That's for you to determine, isn't it?
Like questionable is okay, but like downright inappropriate is not.
What have we talked about every class?
Right versus right.
So you get to decide, don't you?
It's all right, I know.
Type in joinmyquiz.com. The first suggested result is hack. So
Perfect.
just trying to hack.
Perfect. Okay. That's really loud. I'm literally terrified to look at your names. It's perfect. It's your own fault. Yeah, I get that one a lot. He's gone, man. You don't have to worry about you, man. Not gone, but he's not coming.
You go back up.
He what?
You go back up. That was not me.
We should have like 27 of you.
Magic mind. And the boys.
Oh, somebody did in the boys. Who did in the boys? Oh my gosh.
Can't decide if I'm disgusted or impressed. Should have a couple more still coming in. Still working on it. Should have like 27. just spelled both of them wrong. Gareth, I think, have I asked you this? I think your name is like an ideal Star Wars name. Like characters in Star Wars always have unique names, like Gareth Jukes. It's a Star Wars character, man. It's solid. Anybody else? We good? Still working on it?
Can you go back up to the code?
God bless. Yeah, there you go. Sorry. Are you in? Okay, so this is like what's the other one? Kahoot. It's like Kahoot started charging for polls. There's no wrong answer. Maybe. So I'm sure there's someone at A&M who has an account, but so this is similar. Now, it's on your screen. It's not up here. Don't worry about up here. It doesn't matter. The questions that will come up will be on your screen. Okay, you have anywhere, some of the longer ones you have like 20 seconds, but most of them you have about 10 seconds to answer. Don't really want you to deliberate a lot. Just go with your first gut instinct of what you think you would do, okay, in all these scenarios. I think there's 20 questions. Sound good? Cool. Not a race, no wrong answer. Just answer truthfully and honestly, so we'll see what comes out of that. Sound good? All right, everybody ready? They're on your screen. You gotta answer the questions.
Oh.
Killing the schools. Look at. See how we did. Technology has become a part of us. Would you rather lose use of all motorized vehicles, all telecommunication devices, computers, or one of your hands? Oh, they're strange. Who is cutting off a hand? Why? Why?
Because now my entire career and major means nothing.
Why?
Because all my stuff is dealing with technology and integrated circuits.
No, you start over.
But if I could start over and choose something else, maybe, but at the same time.
No, you can build it up.
We can, so I would lose this, but I have to go buy another iPhone.
No. You'd have to build it back up. Like you'd have to start over from scratch.
I have to build my own iPhone?
Right. Yeah. So you're gonna need Zach, right? Cole, what do you got?
I don't know. I feel like vehicles was the one that got me the most. Like I don't want to walk by.
You want to be a pilot, man? You gonna cut off a hand?
I can't fly a plane if I can't use motorized vehicles.
Build a plane.
Yeah.
Build a plane.
Who do you got?
Is this losing motorized vehicles for everybody or just you?
Everybody.
Oh,
They go with.
Horses.
I thought you were about to make me freaking walk.
Well, however you want to take it. Okay.
AMC guys were happy.
Yeah. What does that change? Why would that matter?
Well, if it's everybody, then things would change drastically. But if it's just me, I couldn't go home anymore.
Okay. I view it as everyone. Like it goes away altogether.
Everybody's hand can come.
You gotta choose. Chandler, what do you got?
For me, it's like I live really far away from a lot of people I care about, so I want to still be able to connect with them.
Okay.
I can do that with one hand, but I can't do that without.
Yeah, you got two of them, right? You good, Angel?
It was like we lose all vehicles and devices. That would set us back so far. Like in terms of.
Is that a bad thing though?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Cut you off. Keep going.
No, that's like, I mean, but yeah, and then I was like, if I lose a hand, technology is going to continue to advance. Just get a robot hand or something.
You gonna go Luke Skywalker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Logan Lucky? If you haven't seen Logan Lucky,
That's true. You get like a prosthetic.
maybe. Okay, we don't have any computers, so what do you got?
I mean, so I answered this question on a book before, but like, if we had to restart from everything, now we're literally back in like the Wild West, and I'm never gonna see like this get created in my lifetime again. You know?
Maybe we advance pretty rapidly.
You'd have to learn like I'm gonna assume we get rid of all of the machinery to build these things as well. So like literally we have nothing.
No, you
except
still have
for-
machinery, just no computers. So you're just stepping back in time a little bit with machinery.
I mean, you can't craft this without a computer. I don't care how good of a craftsman you are, you're not gonna.
Who said lose all devices? Because that's the majority of you. Why?
Because I don't want to lose my hand.
Okay, we're sticking with our hand. What else? Who's just worried about their perfect body?
I like my hand.
Okay, I'm looking at Aristotle.
I'm afraid of pain.
No. No, I think the reason why I said that was because I can still mail people. People were still able to find like conversations with their families, and I think more meaningful conversations with people that they actually care about when we didn't have technology.
See the difference? That's a good point, right? Can we still communicate? Can we still? Literally, we're stepping back not very far.
It'd take 14 weeks to get my letter across, but
Maybe. Okay, maybe. Right? Who else? Who said delete everything? Hannah? Why?
It's just, to me, like, I don't know.
Hold on.
it's just, like, I do so much with my hands all the time, and, like, if we do lose everything, then I can be part of, like, helping build things back up. But I can't. Like, I would never be able to live with myself knowing I gave up, you know, my hand for my phone. Like, I couldn't live with myself knowing I did that.
Okay.
I think it's kind of drastic because I remember back when I was in 4th grade, I broke my arm, and I had to use one hand for like I don't know how long, and it really wasn't that hard.
But, like, for the rest of my life.
It's very easy.
Garrett, did you have something?
It's something that's like a party. I don't know. I mean, it's a difficult question if you're talking about the entirety of humanity, but that's not exactly what I think from it. If I had to choose between, you know, having to change my major or whatever career to suit that I can still use my hands, I would, because I can still be like a surgeon. I can do something else with my life. I don't mind doing that. It's just a matter of I don't want to do something permanently that I can do without.
Okay. Cool. Quickly. We got a bunch of
Supply
these.
chain gone, grocery store is gone, restaurants gone.
Oh my God! How did we ever have those things?
We would stop.
Why? Were we starving in the 1940s? We went to war without these things.
Losing the stove.
We're losing all of the, you said all machinery, right?
No, it's
No, just motorized vehicles.
Check that out. Supply chain alone. So how are we gonna get food?
Better figure it out.
Just gonna start growing it?
Yeah. That's what we used to do. Okay, hold on. We got 19 more to go. Okay. We only got one.
who's the famous guy?
Hold on.
It's not me. Alright? It's not me. I chose my current friend.
I don't know. I don't know who's got it. Who was it? Why? Is anybody friends with him? Because it doesn't matter. Why? Okay, I want to hear it. You're the only one.
I would say it'd be pretty cool, honestly, to experience it, because I haven't experienced it, but now kind of hindsight, I'm looking back and like, I'm an asshole, yeah, probably.
Has anybody ever flown first class? Can't go back, can you? God, it's awful. Back with the peasants, right? It's a terrible thing. Okay, once you get a taste of it. Okay, so everybody's good. Everybody chooses their friends.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it, except for the one terrible person back there.
It's okay.
Fair enough. Evidence of intelligent life elsewhere in the universe were discovered would alter your core beliefs or sense of self. 7 yeses.
Oh, I would like to remove my yes. That was an accidental hit.
Okay, so we have 6 yeses. Okay, why? Who's a yes on that? Connor? We're in a safe space. Everyone's gotten real quiet real fast.
It would go against my religious beliefs.
Yeah,
So it would,
Fair enough.
If it were true, then
Yeah.
it would change my sense of self.
okay,
So.
fair enough. Who else? Similar? The other yeses? Blake? Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Of the no's, why not? Brandon?
It's just not that important to me.
Yeah. They're out there, who cares?
I just don't see how that, like, affects me, really.
Okay. Unless it's like Independence Day and they come here and take over. Lenny?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to work. Like, I'm not going to start, like, changing how I live my life.
Uh-huh.
Because I know something else is alive, like, out of a million miles away.
Right. Okay, good. I'll take it. Gareth, Star Wars.
I'm not really much of a religious person, but like I don't really find it that hard to believe that God created, intelligent life on Earth. Why couldn't it be somewhere else?
Okay, yeah, I'll take it. Good. Okay. Good stuff. Oh, God, so many good ones. Nuclear bomb, would you unleash a nuclear arsenal on them? Who said no? Why not?
Bye-bye world.
Bye-bye world, okay.
Yeah, exactly that.
We're done.
Just all dying.
Yeah, but then you're part of history.
What history? There's nothing left. Who else said no? Hannah? Why not?
Well, it just seems like, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Like, I would like to know why. Before we just, if we have more, knowledge before we attack.
Okay.
Like, if it was,
Dropped a nuke on you.
really, I'm just like,
But it's not, it doesn't have to be global devastation, right? Smaller country, one bomb on us, we can take out a small country, right? Now, there's long-term effects, of course, as we saw from the atomic bomb, right? But some nuclear bombs can actually have less of an impact on it. Any nuke majors in here? I had a nuke major, and it's great. He's like, well, what kind of radiation are we talking about? He's breaking it all down, right? So I learned some things. So did I cut you off? Okay, Connor?
I was leaning towards no, but I'm like, what are we gonna do? Like, oh, you dropped a nuke on us. Let's talk about it. Like, no, you dropped a nuke on us.
But
Might as well die.
so just blow them up.
Why not?
But what about the repercussions? Right?
They got repercussions.
There's not one isn't going to take out the whole United States. It's only gonna take out an airport.
But it's gonna start a domino effect.
Yeah, if it's California, I don't care.
Is anybody from California? I'm gonna tell Partita you said that. Okay, yes, what do you got? Okay, but do we have to retaliate with a nuke?
Yes.
Not just a nuke, a nuclear arsenal.
What do you got, Cole?
If we don't retaliate with the nuke, what's to keep them from just to keep nuking us?
Maybe it's the only one they had.
What country?
Yeah, so, okay.
Why does it matter what country it is? Why does that matter?
I assumed that if they were nuking us, it was going to be a like fairly bad country to begin with. So I was like, you know what? I don't even care. Send it.
Okay, this is a bad guy. Literally, there was Cole. There was an air crew that flew over this country with a U.S. air crew. It was the Air Force. Had nuclear weapons on board. Didn't know it and flew over the entire country. That happened.
How does that change the situation?
Not a good day. Because now it's not this one, but accidents happen. Say so. If you're talking about, well, which country was it? What if it was Mexico? Okay, versus Iran. Does that change your perspective?
Yeah.
It's right there. It's where we get our avocados, man.
Their food is
Nuke Iran, but not Mexico. So it can matter.
So I put yes, I'm in favor of it, but I'm not opposed to like looking at like how can we use this to our advantage, right? We don't get anything out of unleashing our nuclear arsenal on them. What we could do is enslave all of their people.
There's a lot to unpack right there. That's hilarious. John, you're good. You're like staring at him like very confused.
I'm just thinking about it.
What would you do?
I would nuke them. They nuked us. I mean,
All right.
why would we not?
Eye for an eye.
Like, if we don't retaliate, they're gonna see us as weak. So.
But it can depend on how you retaliate, right?
Okay, if somebody stabs me, I'm not gonna punch them, okay? Like,
You might if that's all you got.
if I have no other option,
if I'm carrying
sure. But if I also have a knife, I'm gonna stab them back.
Okay. A few more to go. Oh, that's a great one. Nobody chose ugly. Think very highly of ourselves, don't we? Okay. No. Okay. Quite a few no's. Why not? Why not?
I don't really care.
Yeah.
Don't care. What else?
I didn't even know that was an option.
Way to read. What else? What'd you say?
Well, what makes the no mean like no to everything?
Yeah, you would not spend a week as someone of the opposite sex, someone who's old, someone who's handicapped, someone who's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the opposite sex was women.
As someone,
Oh.
It was worded kind of.
I thought all of these options were like somebody of the opposite sex, but like each of these categories.
Okay. Everybody read it differently. Sounds like okay. Who chose handicap? Why?
Because I think it'd be interesting to see how, like, the same struggles of people that are differently able.
Okay.
And it'd be a very humbling experience. So after the week's over, you learn to, like, not take things for granted. You appreciate not being handicapped.
Yep. There's Donald.
I feel like after like a month or something, you're gonna go back to like
Matt, who's you broken arm? Has anybody broken anything? Been hurt for a while? Sucks ass, doesn't it? Does it make you appreciate being mobile?
Well, it's 5, so.
Yeah. Okay. You guys? You break something? Okay. Yeah. Lillian? Arm? Cole? Careful what you disclose to the Marine Corps. A couple summers ago, I broke my ankle. First time I've ever broken it. I cracked my head open when I was a baby, babysitter's first day on the job. That was harsh. Maybe I didn't like her. I don't know. But I dove out of the high chair and broke my head open. But I don't remember that. But I broke my ankle a couple summers ago. Never been hurt before. It is a pain. It was my right foot. Couldn't drive. Okay, so talk about technology. Like without Uber, Netflix, Amazon, HEB delivery, like 100 years ago, it would have sucked. Now, you could get through it, but it would have sucked. So it does give you a different perspective. So good on you for that. Who chose beautiful? Who wants to be hot? I know Aristotle does. Okay, why? Why?
That's easy mode.
All right, how about old? Who chose old? Why, Riley?
I wanted a sneak peek.
See what life would be like?
Yeah.
Shit just hurts for no reason. You'll sneeze, you'll be like, ow!
I feel
Okay?
like when you're old, you can do more stuff and get away with it. Like I wear my underwear outside my pants.
Do you guys remember the Muppets? Did anybody watch the Muppets?
Yeah.
Remember the two old guys in the balcony? Can't wait to be those guys. Just hollering shit out. Nobody cares, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you got? Chose old?
One of my goals in life is to be the best old person.
Okay.
So.
All right, good. Okay, I'll take it. All right, good stuff. If you knew it would estrange you from your friends and family, would you follow your heart and marry a person you love? Oh, we're pretty split here.
Perfectly balanced. Like, all pictures.
Pretty close. On what?
It does. On why they don't like them.
Why does that matter?
Because if there's a real good reason,
But you love them.
That's
Yeah.
what I said about my
You love that person, huh?
there's a real good reason there, like, oh, he killed my brother.
Why do you still love them?
But you're, yeah.
Well,
So
because
what-
you love them, you might still love them. That's not unreasonable. I agree.
You would love somebody to kill your brother.
I might want to see him locked up.
there are people that find relationships with prisoners
Yes.
because they think it's a fixer-upper. Truly, it's terrifying. Connor, you had your hand up?
Yeah, I think that question is wouldn't ever happen.
Wouldn't? Hold on. Let him finish. Let him finish.
One of my non-negotiables is that my family doesn't approve. So
But that's your family. And what if they don't? What if you fall in love, you're good, and your mom.
gets that point because I would introduce her to my family first.
Okay, it's a hypothetical. You do love them. Your family doesn't.
I would.
This is
I
a
would not.
this is a genuine challenge. This happens all the time, and it could be for various reasons. Sometimes it's just because they're marrying your baby, right? So your parents may not like that, okay? Or they're different. Political parties. My wife and I are different political parties. It can happen. It's 100% okay. This is hilarious. I have students ask me about this all the time when I bring that up after class. Nobody brings it up during class. After class, they'll be like, "Oh, my boyfriend and girlfriend, we're really different." It's okay. It's very normal, right? Some things we don't talk about. Some things we have great conversations about, okay? But still went to dinner last night for Valentine's, still married, okay? It will amaze you how different somebody can be that you fall in love with. So totally different than yourself. It will amaze you. It's very strange and confusing. Kenneth?
As a political science major, I'm just saying that's very rare.
Not really. James Carville.
Well, the separate political parties thing does not happen as often as you think.
It happens all. Look, most of you cannot afford to cut off half of the dating pool. Because people put that shit on dating apps, right? Or what hookup apps, whatever you want to call them. But people put that on there. I have a friend who was single, and she was. I'm old. I'm married. I'm out of it. In fact, my cousin had a picture of me and him on one of them, and her friends who were singles were like, "Darren's on Tinder" or whatever. And I'm like, "No, I'm not." We only saw the picture of me. But a friend of mine was showing me, and it said like, "Don't swipe." Which way do you swipe?
Swipe right.
Rylan knows. Rylan knows. Okay.
They're like swipe right, that's right. Vote or something.
Yeah. But they said, don't swipe if you vote for orange people, like a shot at Trump. Okay. So it can absolutely, there are a lot of politicians who are married to people of different parties, believe it or not. Okay. And what I tell you, so I ran a campaign. I'm an elected official, politician. Damn right. Okay. I went to like a brief campaign school. Most Americans are pretty much in the middle, really. We are right down the middle. We lean a little left or a little right, depending on upbringing, topic of the day, all that good stuff. That's why we go back and forth every 4 to 8 years. Okay, the extremes, you'll find it much less often. On the extreme right or left, you will find much less cohabitation. Okay.
The moderates are also usually a lot less politically active. So.
Correct, but that's where most Americans are. So it can totally work out. All right. I've had hilarious conversations with students about it, and it's great. I love it. Yes, sir.
Quick question. You and your wife have the same values, though?
Yeah, but not always.
Because I
I mean, and as a whole, yeah. I mean, we want to take care of our kids, and we have, but there's differences that come up.
I think that'd be more important than political views. If you have the same values,
Yeah.
like, you can definitely move past the goal.
Well, we have neighbors across the street. They're the exact same boat as us. Okay, and we had no idea. We didn't know. We didn't get into it really, but similar things. So yeah, it totally depends on the person and if you see eye to eye on who you guys want to be as a family, right? So yeah, good. All right. This one is a genuine challenge. This plays out a lot. Okay, and it might not be your entire family, but you might have a sibling who doesn't like them, and your parents love them. My parents proposed to my wife before I did. They were like, "Yeah, we're keeping her," so I didn't have a choice. Okay. Another good one. Would you rather be very successful professionally or with a tolerable private life, or have a great private life and an uninspiring professional one? Most of you chose great private life. Where are my successful professions? Why? Why?
I like stuff. I do.
Okay.
I absolutely do. And while I don't derive all my happiness from stuff, as long as I can have a tolerable private life, I think that is more appealing to me than like a great private life without. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Kenneth?
Pretty much the same. The key word for me was tolerable. Tolerable's good enough.
Okay.
We work more than we have a private life, so I'd rather enjoy the majority of my life than enjoy the smaller part.
Who's the exact opposite of that? Why? Who is this boat get? Brandon?
I think you're just gonna enjoy life way more with a better private life. Like, I had a crappy job over the summer, but I was enjoying my private life, so I had a great summer.
Okay.
But if the job was great, but I went home and just did nothing and it sucked, like, I'd want to kill myself, so.
Huh?
To me, I don't need my job to be like a super inspiring, famous thing. Like, if it gives me money and does not make me happy, I'm good. So, and I'm the type of person who enjoys gaming, who enjoys going out and all that. So I
Yeah.
prefer that
More.
that version.
Okay. Cool. Cole?
I mean, I feel like I have a pretty solid private life, and I spend most of my time miserable in the Corps anyways, so.
You're gonna love the Marine Corps, buddy. You're gonna love it. Again, this is a hard one. I will tell you, real world, a friend of mine, and I may have mentioned it before, although I don't think this semester, made a boatload of money. Very good provider, okay? And his wife told him when the kids were basically done with high school, the only thing I can say about you as a father is that you were a good provider.
Are they still
Who
together?
tells their
Well, it would have been hard, man.
She was
It's,
honest.
she's basically raising the kids on her own, and he's paying all the bills, and the 1 week of vacation a year that was awesome was great, but he's not around, and he's not helping raise the kids. So to her point, she was at basically a breaking point of like, look, we've done it, and you gave us a great living and a nice house and all that stuff, but you weren't here. So he shifted gears at that point as quickly as he could. He gave up the job, took a lower paying job. Connor?
If you're defining very successful as making a lot of money, then I would change.
Yeah, this is up to
If
you.
it's very successful as like I have purpose and passion and I'm inspired
Yeah.
about all my professional life, I would choose that.
Yeah.
But if it's money, then no.
Yeah, bless you. Cody? I can tell you I would make far more money doing other things, but I love teaching. Right? And getting a PhD costs a lot of money, right, that I'm still paying for. I could make way more money in industry. I would not be nearly as happy. I love what I do every day. I absolutely love it, right? So it pays off for me. But this is one that you guys will have to figure out and you'll wrestle with. All right, we gotta go through a bunch more. Have your character and humanity been forged more by pleasure and success or pain and disappointment? This tends to be on course for students. Why? Why the pain and disappointment? Aristotle? Okay. Usually that's up to you. We tend to recall unpleasant things much quicker than we recall pleasant things. Okay. Huh? Huh? Fish year? Oh, okay. I couldn't hear what you said. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Another good one. If you want to take a new and uncertain path in your life, but your friends didn't want you to, would you go against your wishes if they thought it was right for you? You would do it. Most of you would do it. Who said no? Why not? Why not?
Because I really value my friend's opinion, and even going back to the other one about like the relationship, a lot of
Hold on. I'll let him finish.
I mean, I trust these guys with my life. They've been there whenever I needed it. So
Okay.
I trust their opinion and I would listen to them.
So you're taking it from a maybe I don't see it right and they see it right?
Correct.
Okay, I'll take it. Kenneth?
Kind of the point of view you just brought up. I've been that voice for my friends before, and they've said, okay, you know, Smith doesn't like it that much. Maybe I should reconsider, right? And then they look back at it and go, hey, you know, that wasn't such a great idea. I'm glad I took his advice. And you know, sometimes like I care very much about my friends. Sometimes they have the right point of view. But you know, the last thing I want to do is maybe this would create some kind of a divide between us. I'm extremely loyal to my friends, and I don't want that to happen ever.
Okay. Who's got the friend who's dating someone that is like, it's bad combo? And you can see it, and they're still together, right? So obvious. If you didn't raise your hand, then you're in a terrible relationship, and your friends are trying to tell you something. Okay. That's super common too, right? And you'll deal with that too. But here's the weird thing that you guys do, especially where you are in your point in your lives. The career stuff. You guys will ask buddies, should I take this job or should I not? That's weird to me because you all don't know. And you may have your friend's best interest in mind, but that is where you should turn to people who've been through it before. Believe it or not, your parents are not idiots. Okay? Some of you have started to realize that. Some of you, it'll take a few more years. Some of you, it's like 10 years down the road. Like, oh, maybe they were right. Okay? Hang in there. Call them up and apologize. Holy shit, I treated you really horribly. You're not a terrible person. For some of you. That's the weird one to me. When you're trying to figure out this next big life stuff that you guys are going through, I would encourage you not just to talk to your buddies, because all of you are trying to figure out your own shit. You're all trying to figure out where you're going to go and what you're going to do. So I'm not sure your buddies have the best perspective there, because they don't know you, what you're trying to do, all that good stuff. Does that make sense? That's just a strange one to me that I see all the time. You guys won't ask like professors or other people who've been through it. Yeah, hey, should I take this job? He doesn't know. Okay? So anyway, something to think about. All right, do you feel comfortable going to dinner, movies alone, or would you rather have marginal company? Who took marginal company? Why? Why, Taylor?
I don't know. It's just the public thing. Like, I really enjoy like being by myself.
Okay.
Except when I'm in public. It's something I'm trying to work on. I already know it's not good.
Okay, good. Huh?
So I do feel comfortable going to dinner and movies alone, but I still prefer having some company because I like eating out with friends. I like, you know, like if like it's a friend with like the same interest going to the movies, that would be better.
Okay. Who else? Aristotle?
I hate being around.
Okay. Mike?
Who's to say that you don't get, I don't know, make a better connection with the marginal company? Because I know we had a buddy that like, wasn't the most, wasn't the favorite of the buddy class, but like, he's grown a lot on us, and he's a lot more fun to be around. And,
Okay.
like the more we've gotten to know him, like the better he's been.
Garrett?
I found a lot of the friends I've developed have actually just been marginal people, like marginal relationships first, and then I go
Sure.
out with them together, and then it's great from there on.
Okay. I will tell you, someone who's been abroad, went to Europe, traveling alone, and be careful, like, you know, women traveling alone, not a great idea all the time, all different places. I met so many more people when I traveled alone. Like, I met locals and stuff like that. It was awesome. So, it just depends on where you are, of course. Who's traveling back in time? Who said no? If you could travel back in time and not return, not doing it? Okay, Taylor, no? You good where you at? Who else is no? No. Hannah? Why not?
I feel like modern medicine is really nice.
Okay, fair enough.
Going
Good.
back would be, yeah.
Okay, who's going back in time? Gareth, quickly.
Actually, I'd like to get my answer to that. I said no, but now that I think about it, I would still go back before GameStop got heavily inflated. And just
That's Back to the Future 2. The whole thing. He got the sports book and made all his money. Okay, who's going back in time? When? When are you going? Like what time frame? What are you going to do? Why?
right before Bitcoin got big.
So, okay, good. So we're making money. What else?
40s, I'd like to serve World War II.
You want to serve in World War II.
I would like to, yeah.
You don't want to kill Hitler before it starts.
Well, yeah, that works. I'm assuming.
Okay. All right. When else? Who's going back in time? Lenny?
Yeah.
When are you going?
What period?
Yeah.
I guess it'd be like 70, but like, yeah, World War II.
Okay. Modern medicine is not great.
I mean, I know like.
We don't even have phones.
There's a whole lot of things I'm not considering, like if I went back, it would
Yeah.
probably like bite me in the ass, but like, just like my first thought was like, yeah.
Who thinks right now is the best time to be alive? It's always an interesting one. Okay? We're not sure. There's some terrible things about social media, right? But we live a lot longer. But we eat shittier food. It's a mess. Okay. All right, good stuff. Sorry, I want to keep going because we're going to run out of time. Would you join Month of Solitude alone? Aristotle, no?
Oh, no, I said yes on this one.
Okay. All right, so you got food and it's a pretty place. You're good?
Yeah. I would do that.
Who said no? Who's not going to? No? Not doing it? Who else? Killing me, man. All right, just don't want to do it?
Have you ever seen the TV show Alone?
Yeah.
Yeah, they go freaking crazy. It's miserable.
Yeah, but if you're in a nice place, you got food and shelter.
I just think
Couldn't do
you'd
it?
be bored because you have no tasks.
All right, Kenneth?
Go fish.
Kenneth?
Despite the fact I'm relatively quiet, I'm a pretty social person. A month alone would not, I couldn't do it.
All right, cool. Everybody else is good? All right. If you could this is a good one. I love this one. If you could let someone know your every thought and feel your every feeling for a week, do you think they'd like you less or more? Who said less? Why?
Tarot
Going
card.
on in my mind. You don't want to know what's going on.
Your browser history is bad enough. Let them get in there, right? Let them get in your head. Who said more? Why?
It'd probably be like, man, that man works a lot.
Okay.
I think that would improve their.
You think you have a strong work ethic?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll take it. Who else said more? Why?
I think when you know more about a person, you come to understand them and you respect them more.
Okay.
Along with that, I'm a pretty sympathetic person, so I think they'd be able to understand that emotion
Okay.
inside me.
All right, Lenny?
I said less, but I think the reason why I said it, that's pretty important, is like you said earlier, people tend to focus on the bad. So they would, like they're saying, they would see a lot of good things you do that
Okay.
doesn't come to the surface, but like they see that one bad thing you did a few years ago or something.
Okay. All right, we're almost done. I'm trying to get through them all. Okay. Yeah. Are you saving your friend or your dad?
Dad.
Why?
Blood,
Huh?
blood's stronger.
Okay. Father?
I had this conversation with my father, and he actually said to save my friend.
Why?
Because he's like, I've lived long enough, I'm happy. Give that person a chance.
What do you think your dad's going to do?
Tell me not to give it to him.
Right. Save the friend? Maybe. Okay. Connor?
That's the same. If they were like, if the dad wanted me to give to the friend,
Yeah.
I would feel fine with that. But it sucks to say, but it's true. Like you can get another friend, but not another father. So
But age difference, right?
that's
Like,
true.
you guys are all 21 years old, right? Your dad's lived several decades more, a couple decades more at least. Right? What are you doing, Alexander?
I'm saving the friend.
Okay.
Just they have their whole life ahead of them.
Good. Okay, I'll take it. That one is tremendously hard, by the way. Okay. Do you work for praise and recognition or avoid criticism? Interesting. Okay, most of you don't like criticism. There's two things that we want more than sex and money. What is it? Praise and recognition. Okay. My other favorite answer is more sex and more money. Okay. But that was in last semester. We talked about that. Okay. Did you say alcohol? You're driving late at night in a safe but deserted neighborhood. You hit a dog. You slam on your brakes. You stop and help. No, who's out of there? You're a chaplain.
The dog's running around. They didn't care to
Dude,
put him
that
away.
dog's out there,
You know.
sorry.
Exactly.
I've been hit before, and we were just like, that's okay.
Okay.
It's life. It's like
50
what
grand.
happens.
Would you
You're
put a
not
healthy
the
pet
answers.
for 50 grand? Would you put a healthy? Who said no? Why not?
That's like my best bud.
Okay.
It's too cruel.
Who's taking the 50 grand? Out, right? What are you? You're a terrible person out there. What are you killing? Dog, cat? What are we putting down?
Well,
You what?
I mean,
Do you even
I
have
kill a
pets?
dog, yeah. I do have 2 dogs.
Do you
but it's
feed
like-
them?
Yes.
I'm concerned. Right? Okay.
Could it be a goldfish?
That's a whole
Your
car.
Your favorite? That's a car. We're choosing things. Okay. Oh, good one. Would you shorten your life by a decade to become extremely attractive, famous, wealthy, bright, gifted in some way? 12 of you said yes. Why? Why yes? No, you already talked. Lillian, what are you doing? You're not? Not going to do it? Who else said yes? Blake, what are you doing?
I said yes, because, like, I mean, you live 10 more years, but if it's not very good, what's the point?
Okay, so you're taking the awesome part.
Yeah, I'm taking the awesome part.
Who has no idea? Who's like, it doesn't matter because we don't know when that decade's going to be. Because you might be 90, you might be 50.
Well, I'm saying you could be dead in 10 years.
Right.
Okay. Congratulations, you're extraordinary for 2 seconds till you hit by a car.
Okay. Good. Oh, the only unanimous one, I bet. Would you like the government? This, I think, this happens. Okay, yeah. So nobody's getting. Why? Why? Because you're all terrible people. You all do terrible illegal things. Okay, last one. Last one, and I love this one. I'm sorry we're going to run out of time. I don't want to hold you over. 3 of you are keeping the secret. Why? Taylor, hand goes up quick.
I'm close with my dad, so.
You don't like it? I pick mom. Who else?
I want to change my answer from tell father to keep the secret.
Keep it? You would keep it?
I
Why?
would keep it.
Why?
My dad's already been ruined by one marriage, and if he went through that again, that would just be like.
Okay. Who else? You said yes?
Yeah, I struggle with this one, but I think it's in everybody's best interest to just not. If he finds out on his own, but.
What if he finds out that you knew?
I gotta play neutral party here.
Yeah. What'd you say? What you got? Listen, you guys really, you're out of the house now for the most part, right? You may not have any idea what your parents are going through, right? It may have been going on the whole time, right? You don't know. This is a good one. Point, simply today, do we all think alike, aside from we're all terrible drivers?
Wait, what's your answer to that one?
It's not about me. Doesn't matter what I think. We're out of time, guys.